Little children, I'm in the singing and the dancing, just really admire them. Smallness is still on their mind. Smallness is a good time. My neighbor had some little children. I'm in the singing and the dancing, just really admire them. Yes, they're singing. Ching, ching, ching. I'm in a bar. I see for mama. The 10 fat chickens. I ask you for one. And she won't give me one. You see that girl named Dorothy. She fat like a butter. And she marble like a chow. Oh, smallness is still on my mind. Smallness is a good time. Never had some little children. I'm in the singing and the dancing, that's really admire them. What they're singing? On your carpet, you must be like the roses. All you need, bright and shining. You must be, and show me the one. Love the best. When I marry, I give you the ring. First the girls, second the boys. Sunday, Monday, afternoon. We will spend our honeymoon. Oh, smallness is still on my mind. Smallness is a good time. Never had some little children. I'm gonna sing and the dancers really admire them. Join the singing. Old man house on fire. The old man ran away. He ran for the police to get the water. The only fire down there. Escalated, shoo, shoo, shoo. Escalated, shoo, shoo, shoo. And now wipes the lady face. The lady wipes the lady face. And she fell down, and she fell down, and she fell in the ocean too. Oh, smallness is still on my mind. Smallness is a good time. Never had something to children.
Yeah, my name is Jasmine Kaldata from City, Vietnam, and since 1965, I become a voter, and I always place my ex next to the cup. And what they are doing today, I can't take it. So I have no more vote to give to PPP anymore. I'm not going to vote anymore no more. If they have to lose by one vote, they're losing it by data.
Hello, this is attorney Shellen Washington, owner and founder of the Washington Law Firm, located at 455 Utica Avenue in Brooklyn, New York. We're specialized in medical malpractice, personal injuries, matrimonial law, and landlord and tenant. If you're in need of legal representation, please give us a call today. The number to call is 718-877-3100. Consultation is free at no cost to you. So call us today to see if we can be of any assistance to your legal needs. Again, the phone number to call us is 718-877-3100.
Basement level vibes with another one, straight up blackness. Aye. Who tell the truth? Mark Benskop, defend the ghetto youth. Mark Benskop, radio station is the fruit. Mark Benskop, straight up from the root. Mark Benskop, who tell the truth? Mark Benskop, defend the ghetto youth. Mark Benskop, radio station is the fruit. Mark Benskop, straight up from the root. Mark Benskop, I do it for the love, him not do it for no money. Straight up, him attack, educating everybody. Big up my friends and big up my family. Turn on the radio, catch the vibes, it's integrity. Straight up, Benskop stands for unity. One people, one nation, one destiny. Free up the truth in the air, even the blind can see. The deaf can hear, the dumb can talk, the cripple can walk. Boom. Who tell the truth? Mark Benskop, defend the ghetto youth. Mark Benskop, radio station is the fruit. Mark Benskop, straight up from the root. Mark Benskop, Who tell the truth? Margaret Scott, defend the ghetto youth. Margaret Scott, radio station is the fruit. Margaret Scott, straight up from the root. Margaret, we have to gather wrong, grab a seat and sit down, pay attention. Education, liberation, we have to stand strong. Ben's cap the pon the radio, lively up the program. Everybody call somebody and let them turn and tune and pon the radio and catch the boom song. We boom it up already, we have to boom it up again. Expose and reveal him. Who tell the truth? Margaret Scott, defend the ghetto youth. Margaret Scott, radio station is the truth. Margaret Scott, straight up from the root. Margaret Scott, who tell the truth? Margaret Scott, defend the ghetto youth. Margaret Scott, radio station is the truth. Margaret Scott, straight up from the root. Margaret Scott, I do it for the love, him not do it for no money. Straight up, him attack, educating everybody. Big up my friends and big up my family.
All right, hey, guess what? Good evening, and what is it? It's 7 minutes after 9 o'clock. My name is Mark Benchop. We are going to rock and roll until 10 o'clock this evening. But guys, don't forget tomorrow morning, that is, tomorrow morning. Some folks were asking whether it's tonight, but on the flyer, it says here, 11:30 a.m. That's a.m. tomorrow morning. Special guest, special program right here on 107.1 FM. We'll have the Congresswoman, U.S. Congresswoman, Yvette Clarke, no stranger to you guys. She will be on tomorrow morning, 11:30. So set your alarm clock if you guys are coming in from work around the morning time. Just don't go to sleep as yet. We got some questions for the Honorable Congresswoman, Yvette Clarke. Of course, that's going to be tomorrow morning right here on 107.1 FM. Good evening to all of you guys, and let's get ready to rock and roll right here on Straight Up. What's on your mind? What's bothering you guys this evening? I know tons and tons of things are on your minds, right? One of the things that's bothering me, some things going through my mind, lots of things going through my mind, is the corrupt government of Guyana, or as we would say, the corrupt regime headed by Irfan Ali, who's supposed to be the installed president. We are hearing that GPL is spending $27 million US on more power to help ease blackouts. I mean, if you guys were to take a look at the breakdown of that 27 million, and I repeat, 27 million US dollars, don't think that the blackout, constant blackout is going to ease at all. The 27 million US dollars is all about corruption. That is what it's about. Because these guys are not about country. They're not patriotic. They are a bunch of bandits running the country right now. Look at this guy, 19 fraud charges. Don't ever forget it, guys. 19 fraud charges. Had it not been for the DPP, this lady, had it not been for her, this guy would have been somewhere in Lusignan in a hammock, probably plaiting somebody's hair. Hear me out on that, right? Would have been somewhere in Lusignan, plaiting in a hammock, plaiting somebody's hair. And when I say Lusignan, for those of you who have been out of Guyana for quite a long time, you probably may just know about Camp Street or even Mazaruni. You don't even know that there's also a prison at the airport. So when you come off the plane, you see the prison right there, and the prisoners say, hey, it happens there. But Lusignan is a prison also. They have a prison, not the entire Lusignan, the village, but there is a prison in Lusignan. It's really a swamp. It's deplorable. It's inhumane. I wouldn't even put some of those PPP parliamentarians there. Maybe they should. Maybe they deserve to be there. But that is where this guy should have been. 19 fraud charges. 19. And look, there are folks in Guyana who have one or two fraud charges, and guess what? They have to spend time. They have to spend time either in Camp Street, they have to spend time somewhere. Unfortunately, that's what happens, right? In a corrupt country where guys like Irfan Ali, 19 fraud charges, and the DPP says, look, that's it. They're going to discontinue. They are going to discontinue the charges. And so that is where he got saved by the bell. And even the Canadians were about to give up on him. The Canadians decided to, as we heard, Irfan Ali said that he was going to give an update. He was going to inform the people of Guyana why the Canadians revoked his visa or blocked him from entering Canada, blocked him. So when he turned up at the airport, he was told that the Canadians don't want him there at all. All of these things I'm saying, because this guy sits there right now, quote unquote, as the head of state of Guyana. He's sitting right there. So when you see him walking around, Georgetown, running into somebody's cook-up, grab a plate, pretend as though he's mingling with the people. It's a facade. It's fake. It's not genuine. When this guy was the Minister of Housing, he didn't care about people. We heard information that he was chasing people, he was cursing people. And now suddenly, because he puts on a three-quarter pants, roaming around the place because his master probably told him to go out and graze. And so he gets out there and he's taking picture with somebody selling egg balls. Mind you, that was his first stop, the egg balls stand. And then he takes photograph. Look, I have read some comments by some people who probably don't know better. But every president in Guyana, fake or not, installed or not, every single president, guess what? They walk around, some of them play cards, some of them go to, Palm Court and pick up boys and girls and these sort of things. So they roam around. He's not the first installed president to do something like that. So guys, do not be brainwashed by those sort of things. What you want or what the people want is betterment in the country. They want to see good policies. That's what they want to see. They don't want to see folks just a photo of him walking around, taking photos, grabbing babies, hugging them, and so forth. And at the end of the day, when he's done with his propaganda, guess what? You got to face, the people of Guyana, have to face blackouts upon blackouts upon blackouts upon blackouts upon blackouts. You tell me, anyone who sits there, whether they're installed or not, as president of Guyana, you tell me, walking around and grabbing a plate of food and hugging somebody selling black pudding and kissing them up, all because they're selling black pudding and whatever else they're selling. People don't want this. People want policies, good policies. Look this crapo jump out from God in heaven knows where. This crapo jump out from God in heaven knows where. Probably was the janitor at IFLAT school when this Nimakaram on the screen there, Irfan, claimed that he attended some fictitious university that nobody knows, only Irfan Ali knows. But look at this Nimakaram. This one jump out from some hole, this crapo. His name is Lyndon Daniels. Hear what he's saying. I'm sure he's probably some from wherever he's from. He says, Sounds like you are jealous of the man. Stop it, Lyndon. Stop it. Stop it. Jealous of who? What does what does he have that I would be jealous of? You tell me. Jealous about what? We're talking facts, and this crapo just jump out from God in heaven knows wherever he jump out from, some salipenta crease. Well, look, let's pause for a moment because you know right away he's gonna get the award, right? We don't mix things here at all. But let me say to you, this guy Lyndon Daniels, that there's nothing that Irfan Ali has. What he has? He was installed illegally. If I have my way, all these guys will be removed from parliament, their photographs, their portrait, or whatever. Remove it from parliament. It doesn't deserve to be there. It doesn't deserve to be there. These guys are corrupt. They're not concerned about Guyana. So I don't know what's going on with you, Daniels, and Mark Anthony Bench. Come on, guys. Look, the audience. I wish we can have a guitar and sing now. I am jealous of this thing here. This thing? You gotta be kidding. Well, look, just like that, you just walk right in to the award. Right in, you walk to an award. Probably is the first award you're getting in your entire life, Lyndon Daniels. Here you go, man. Take it and go. Just like that, this guy just I don't know. They got a saying in Guyana that what is it? Just so dry, just so dry. You just pop out of God in heaven knows where. Just so dry. All right. What else? What else is happening? Let me say good evening to all of you. Let's get back to this this thing on the screen. So he walks around and he pretends as though he's eating. God in heaven knows what he's eating. Pretends as though he's eating. And then people are punishing. Blockouts upon blockouts upon blockouts and all manner of things. Blockouts upon blockouts. That is what's happening right now in Guyana. And this is a guy who claims that he cares about Guyana. Come on. What else we can talk about? But let me just remind you guys that tomorrow I will have the Honorable Congresswoman Yvette Clarke on a special program. Starts at 11 o'clock tomorrow morning, but the Congresswoman is going to join us around 11:30. Around 11:30. She will join us for that interview around 11:30 tomorrow morning. Congresswoman Yvette Clarke, no stranger to you guys. Now, this caught my attention today. Marco Rubio, he's a senator out there in Florida. Marco Rubio had a lot to say about Guyana, and he did a lot also to install this crapo by the name of Irfan Ali. I mean, we have a lot of foreigners who might be watching, and they probably might want to know who crapo is and all these sort of things. You guys explain what crapo is for them, please. Right? Francine and the others, explain what crapo is. But this guy, Marco Rubio, the senator out in Florida, U.S. senator out in Florida, says that Israel should basically eradicate. They got to get rid of Hamas. Got to get rid of Hamas. Got to get rid of Hamas. Got to. That is what Marco Rubio is saying. That is exactly what Marco Rubio is saying. But here's what I'm saying. Marco Rubio wants Israel to wipe out Hamas, but he's comfortable supporting a regime that is sympathetic to Hamas and Hezbollah. Irfan Ali and his group of folks, some of them are part of the Central Islamic Organization of Guyana. And now let me say this clear for everybody. This is not an attack on the Muslim community in Guyana at all. And so I wish to say assalamu alaikum to all of my Muslim brothers and sisters in Guyana, not the ones who discriminate against African Guyanese Muslims, because another time we will deal with that there are lots and lots of discrimination against Black Muslims, so to speak, in Guyana. Persons of African descent who are Muslims. But, the hypocrisy with what Marco Rubio is saying, that Israel should get rid of Hamas, but yet he wants to be friends with folks in Guyana who are sympathetic towards Hamas and Hezbollah. So that's what's happening. Shame on you, Marco Rubio. Shame on you. The hypocrisy is so much. What else is happening? If you're now joining us, good evening to all of you. My name is Mark Benshop. It's the 10th day of the 10th month of the year 2023. 10-10-2-3. If you're in New York or wherever you are, it's just a little plug, so to speak. $1.7 billion the lotto is. $1.7 billion. If I were to win that, and I'm playing it, I'm going to play it, guys. I'm going to play it. Got to get a shot at something. If I were to win that 1.7 billion US dollars, you will see me back here tomorrow. I will sit here, probably if Wayne Caesar is going to be on tomorrow, I will sit here and I will just still be me. I will still be me. And if I were to give you guys $1,000 each or $5,000 each to share the link, my phone will be ringing off the hook right after. The first person I may probably hear from is Rhonda Lane. Mark, I share the link. We don't have to ask Rhonda Lane to share the link. She does share the link every single night. Thank you so much, Rhonda. And thank you to all of you who do share the link. But if I were to win that $1.7 billion, I'm sharing it with all of you. Trust me. Trust me. I want to win it. I'll share it with all of you. Good evening, and thank you all who do share the link. Again, let me just remind you guys that Congresswoman Yvette Clarke will be my guest tomorrow morning, starting from 11 o'clock. Wayne Caesar is going to be with me tomorrow. Wayne is getting his rest and everything. Wayne is going to be with me. Mike, thank you so much for sharing the link. You see, I'm telling you guys, Guyanese don't like here, but they're going to get a raise. They're going to get a small piece. Tomorrow morning, I want you guys to share the link, because by tomorrow evening, I may very well be a billionaire in U.S. currency, a billionaire by tomorrow. So tomorrow morning, I want you guys to share the link. And here is how my billions will come: by hard work and dedication. It wouldn't come by sending off tons and tons of cocaine in Europe. It wouldn't come by smuggling gold, smuggling fuel, and all these different things. I work hard for my $1.7 billion, because it's not easy that you got to walk all the way or drive to the gas station, stop, come out of your car, pull your hand in your pocket, try to take out whatever coins or whatever you have just to buy that ticket. It's a lottery ticket. It's hard work. All right, enough said of that. So if you want to share the link ahead of time, I will know. I'm keeping a note as to who is sharing the link this evening, because from tomorrow we might be talking a different story, a different sorry about that, guys. I almost sound like that Looney Tune who came right out of the zoo. You guys know is who, right? All right, good evening to all of you again. Let's continue with what's happening in Israel and Gaza and so forth. Prayers for all of the people. all of the people, all sides, little children who are being slaughtered, women who are being slaughtered. It has got to stop. It's got conflicts, too many conflicts around the world. People are fighting in the name of religion. They're fighting in the name of this, fighting in the name of politics, all manner of things. It has got to stop. Nobody wins. In my opinion, nobody wins. As we come, so we go. We came with nothing. We are leaving with nothing. We came without religion, and we are leaving unconscious about whether a pandit is praying over you, or whether a reverend is praying over you, or whether a magi is praying over you. You're dead. You're laying there in the casket, a coffin, a brockneck, whatever it is. You're dead. You're unaware as to what's happening next to you. You're just totally unaware. That's just my take. But the conflict's all over. Politics, religion, all manner of things. And so it has been over 72 hours. And Tanti Moral in Guyana loves to open up and talk and pray or whatever else he does. Talk. But for some reason, guys, and I want you guys to read between the lines, right? For some reason, this guy is quiet. Why do you guys think that Irfan Ali is so quiet? I need for you guys to, let's talk to each other tonight. Let's talk. As I say, good evening to all of you guys, every single one of you. And don't forget by tomorrow, sometime around this time, I should already be a billionaire, US currency. So share the link. Share the link, guys, and I'll give you guys a top up. Whether on your phone, if you want a house, I'll give you guys a dump, all kind of things. But hey, when people want things go their way, they just say, Lord, I can help share this. I can give this body that. I can give the body that. I can give back the body the money I owe them. Oops. Go ahead, guys. Just try your luck at that lotto, man. You just got to try your luck. All right. So back to, I'm a bit distracted with that $1.7 billion, right? So let's get back. Why do you suppose Irfan Ali, Muhammad Irfan Ali is so quiet about what's happening in Israel and Gaza? Nothing at all from this guy. No press release, no press conference, nothing at all. Nothing at all. Absolutely nothing. Nothing. He is quiet. And this is what I'm asking you guys. Why do you guys think that Irfan Ali is so quiet? Why? I mean, Tony Hack, I see your comment. Okay, I see your comment. But we're talking about Guyana now because this guy they bully a lot of people for their land in Guyana, They bulldoze people's land. They do all sort of things to people. So they can't talk. Irfan Ali and these guys can't talk about who bully who for who land and who take away who land, when that is exactly what they're doing in Guyana. They're bullying people. They're taking away people's lands. They're bulldozing people's stuff. All manner of things that they're doing. So they don't have any right to criticize anybody on any taking away of lands and these sort of things. None whatsoever. They treat people in Guyana, in some instances, worse. Look at what they did to the people of Linden. They bulldozed the land, the house, the woman's house. Look at what they did to the people in Moko. Look at what they're doing to people all over the Linden-Suzdijk Highway. They're taking away people's lands. They're grabbing and they're taking away. They're kicking people out of their homes, their lands, and all manner of things. That is what that is what the installed PPP regime is doing in Guyana. That is precisely what they are doing. So I don't want him to come and tell me or criticize anybody who is taking away land and who take away. He is doing just that. That is precisely what they're doing in Guyana. Guyana is like a little apartheid. So you guys don't run away with this thing because you see him out in the streets eating little cook up, licking little dal and rice, swallowing down little black pudding, and eating saba balls and all these different things. And then you get some of people who say, oh my gosh. I saw one person say, oh my gosh, he's such a nice guy. Yeah, he's such a nice guy. The same nice guy. Oh, he's such a nice guy. The same nice guy when you go home, you have no electricity. The same nice guy when you turn on your pipe to bathe or take a bath, a shower, whatever, there's no water. You want some water to cook from your pipe, you turn it on, it's like brung, 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 brung. Oh, he's such a good guy. And then you sit to watch TV with your family, a nice big screen, like some folks out in Plaisance, they say, hey, they get big screen now, boy. Big screen. And then you turn it on and guess what? There's nothing because there's blackout. You got to go to bed with a bunch of mosquitoes and it's dark and all manner of things. You can't even, it's dark. There's no fan, there's no AC, there's nothing. Compliments of this guy. And then you guys go out and you say, oh, he's walking and he's holding a baby. Oh, you guys got to wake up. You guys got to wake up. You know what makes somebody good? You know what makes a president a good president? You know what makes a leader a good leader? Is when that person stands up and represent his country, represent his people. This guy doesn't do that. He believes that jumping on stage and whining cent, 5 cent, 10 cent, dollar, cent, 5 cent, making himself an idiot. He feels that that is presidential. People love me. People see him wind up and do the tassa. Oh, wine and go down and stop. That doesn't make him a good leader. It simply means that he wants to, the propaganda that he's spreading, apart from when he jumps up and spread his wine and go down and spread out and jump and spread out and, these sort of things. He is making people, he thinks that he can make people an idiot. Do you see him? Look, let me ask you this. I love chutney. I love chutney. Mommy, Bailey, roti, daddy, chunky dal, mommy, whatever it is, pull like a lolo, push like a ho, jai jai si, saga, right? I love that's Indian song, but I love chutney. You name it, I love chutney. Have you seen this guy ever, any chutney show? And let us be honest with each other. Have you seen him screw in a light bulb? Have you seen him wind up his waist and go down and screw the bulb? Whether it's a wedding house song, Charal Kitao Balama, Joradia, Chagal Kitao Balama. You've never seen him do that. But he goes into these predominantly African Guyanese communities and he wants to force himself upon you guys. It's like he's bribing you guys. He wants to dance to a buju, and he dancing to a buju is like he dancing to a kanchan, because his waist runs away from the music fast, making himself a mockery. That is what he does. Don't be fooled, guys. Do not be fooled because he walks around holding black pudding in Georgetown. Do not be fooled at all. They're not concerned about Guyana. He's not patriotic. He's not about building Guyana. It's all about building themselves and themselves and themselves and themselves and themselves. That is what he's doing. That is all it's about. His friends and his cronies, they're getting richer and richer and richer and richer. And the poor people getting poorer and poorer and poorer. Go to Blackbush Polder. Talk to Auntie Indra. Talk to Auntie Babita. Talk to Uncle Dilip. Talk to those people in Blackbush Polder. And they will tell you a different story. They just do not, this regime doesn't care about the people. Go to Port Morant. Go Skeldon, go Tapside, Corriverton. Go and talk to the people at Little India in Corriverton. Go and talk to the people at Little Africa in Corriverton. Go and see the conditions under which they have to live. Go and talk to the people throughout the quarantine. Go to Amsterdam, as we would say, right? Go to Amsterdam and talk to the people. Talk to the people, my friends. Don't be brainwashed by this guy walking around tasting food. Don't be fooled. Because the very people he's walking around tasting food, he probably discriminated against those very people. He probably terminated those people when they were public servants. So now they got bile channel. They got to do bile and fried channel on the streets. And nothing is wrong with that. But he put those people out of onto the breadline. And now he's walking around hugging them, pretending as though he loved them. He probably kicked the family out of their land, took away the family lands, all manner of things they're doing to people. Y'all don't buy into these people so easily, because they knock a tin cup and they dance up a little bit mean that they like you. And this has nothing to do with ethnicity, because somebody can be of African descent, knock a little thing and it's the same. Don't be fooled by these leaders. Observe your leaders first. You can tell by their actions. You can tell whether they're patriotic or they're unpatriotic, like this Lagu Bagu on the screen here. Good evening to all of you. And what I'm trying to say here today is you guys be careful. Be extra careful, my friends. Let me see what Sham Narayan is saying here. And Sham makes a heck of a lot of sense. Sham is saying, once you are an opposition, you are treated as if you're from another planet. That's how this person is being treated. And that's why I'm saying, whenever I play this from Anti-Data, I see some of your comments. You're entitled to your comments, mind you. But I don't necessarily agree with it. We can't say that, Anti-Data, go back and vote for. No, don't do that. Give Anti-Data a chance to express herself. That is why these Pakus were voted out of office in 2015. They were voted out of office in 2020 as well. The only reason that they're in office right now is because they've rigged their way. Fraudulent elections. That is why they are where they are. So listen to Sham Narayan. Sham Narayan is saying, once you're in the opposition, they treat you guys as though you're from another planet. That is what they do. They deprive you of contracts. They give contractors Zuman, who doesn't have any qualifications, no experience, no nothing. That is what they do. And they only have to know that you're part of the opposition. They discriminate against you. Whether you are of African descent, whether you're East Indian descent, whatever, they discriminate against you. They bulldoze your land, they beat you up, they lock you up, and all manner of things they do to you. Maybe that's why he's so quiet about what's happening in Israel and Gaza. That is why he's so quiet, apart from the fact that they are sympathizers. The PPP is sympathizer to Hamas and Hezbollah. That is what they are. Listen to Anti-Data, and you guys, please, do not dismiss her.
Yeah, my name is Jasmine Kaldata, Francis Vietnam, and since 1965, I become a voter. And I always place my ex next to the cup. And what they are doing today, I can't take it. So I have no more vote to give to PPP anymore. I'm not going to vote anymore no more. If they have to
No more, no more, no more, no more, no more. And there's so many, there are thousands of folks like Anti-Data. They are fed up. Right? They are fed up. Let's look at what Mina Wahab. Mina, how are you? Mina said that they are PPP and we can get good, probably what Mina is trying to say here. Mina, good night to you. Mina saying they are PPP, but Blackbush not get no good. What part of Blackbush are you from, Mina? What part of Blackbush are you from? Maybe Curie, Lesbi Holland, Johanna. Where else in Blackbush? They get a bunch of other places in Blackbush. I got relatives and friends in Blackbush, Polder there. They get another part in Blackbush, man. You guys remind me. Good. So Mina, explain. Come back again with that thing there. It's a bit thing up. So come again there, Mina. Let me get the thing what you're saying there. But whatever Mina is saying, it is true that a lot of PPP supporters in Blackbush, Poland. But the PPP doesn't care about these people. You ever see Irfan Ali going to Blackbush Polder and dance with them people? You ever see Irfan Ali going Blackbush Polder and grung with the rice farmers and plant little rice, what you call it, little rice beer, plant beer, sit down with the rice farmers? You see them doing that? You get a guy that they call Sham Narain Yakasari. Oh, Sham Narain, no, but oh God, Charlene Lal and everybody. I know Blackbush Pola, Yakasari, Lesbi Holland, Johanna, maybe Curie, but they get another place, man. They got an African name. Let me see if you guys remember that. It has an African name. African name. Right? I can't remember it, but, you know, Ole stepping in for me there. So you guys remind me about that. All right. If you're now joining, good evening to all of you. Zambia. There you, man, Hector, you know your thing, boy. Zambia. Ral Chalmers, rest yourself. You from Tom. What you know about Lesbi Holden? Right? But Zambia. Zambia is what I was looking for. Zambia. Yeah. Ram Narain says, Narain, thank you, man. Thank you. Zambia is what I was looking for, guys. Thank you all so much. Zambia. Look, I know they get lots of folks from Blackbush Poland who are watching right now. And a lot of my friends came out from Blackbush Poland too. Lots of them. Some of them live in America, Florida, them they're all over, right? But if you're watching from Blackbush Poland right now, tell us the condition. Tell us what's happening in Blackbush Poland so that these folks can understand that I am not about propaganda. This is not about propaganda because these people ignore majority of Guyanese, regardless of their ethnicity. Majority of Guyanese are being ignored. Guess what? So that their friends and cronies can benefit. Friends and cronies of the PPP can benefit. Again, guys, tomorrow morning, starting from 11 o'clock, Wayne Caesar and I are going to be on tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock. But at 11:30, the Honorable U.S. Congresswoman Yvette Clarke will be on. 11:30, you can't miss that interview with her. Of course, it's going to be live. What else we can talk about before it's 9:45, right? Look, there's something else that I want to talk to you guys about. Let's see here. Lincoln Lewis. Lincoln Lewis is taking on. This is what Lincoln Lewis says. And I'm glad that the trade unions, Lincoln has been speaking out for a while, but I'm glad that the ante is being revved up right now. Village Voice is reporting, and the Village Voice is getting to be Guyana's #1 newspaper, a newspaper that is being deprived of any state ads, all because it is the Village Voice, right? And that is a form of discrimination. But anyways, I thought that is why you guys got to go and share Village Voice. Y'all sharing PPP propaganda. Share Village Voice now. Whatever article that you guys see on Village Voice, share it now. Shondell Griffith, good to see you back with us. Glad that you're able to pay your internet bill. And I'm glad that you're back with us again this evening. Shondell Griffith. Glad that you connected back your internet bill. But here is what the Village Voices say. Trade unionists told Village Voice News no contract is written in stone. He's talking about the oil contract. No contract is written in stone. But how these Pakus in the PPP are behaving, Irfan Ali and them, how Irfan Ali they're behaving, it's as though every single thing, they're fighting. These, I have never seen people fought for a foreign company so much as they are fighting for Exxon and less for the people of Guyana. These people do not fight for the people of Guyana as much as they fight for Exxon. The court ruled that Exxon should pay X amount of money when it comes to insurance and so forth. Jagdev and Irfan jumped up and attacked the judge. Judge Kisoon attacked the judge. Because the judge ruled that Exxon should pay more money in the event that there's a spill. Jagdev said, no, the judge is wrong. Irfan agreed. Every single thing, they're working against the Guyanese people. So I want all of my brothers and sisters, it doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter if you like Buju Banton, or if you like Kanchan, or if you like watch the movie Kayama Se Kayama Kat with Amir Khan, and so forth and so on. It doesn't matter. Or Silsila, my favorite, right? It doesn't matter. These people who are in office right now are not concerned about you guys. They're not. There's no development, as they would say, development. There's no development in Guyana. They build 1 and 2 fine road with no experienced individuals. The contractors, some of them come out from the zoo, some of them went to High-Flat University. They're not making any sense. It's all about a hustle. And they're robbing you, the taxpayers of the country. They're giving the contracts to their friends and their cronies. Let's ask the rice farmers whether they're happy now. They're not happy, but they can't speak out. They're afraid to speak out. The big rice farmers who are in bed with the PPP, some of them, they're robbing the ordinary, the small rice farmers. You go to collect your money, you can't get your money. They haul upon you. They go to the Minister of Agriculture, Zulfikar Mustafa, a man from Bloomfield Village. And Bloomfield, back in my days, used to get set to combine and plant rice and all sorts of things. But today they are disrespecting the rice farmers in the country. And do you think Irfan Ali cares about that? All he cares about is jump on stage and whine and go down and stop. And a couple months after, we hear he get picked again. Sorry about that, guys. Let's stick to this subject matter. Right? Nobody cares about rice any longer. They don't care about sugar. But if they could prop the sugar industry up with billions of dollars given to Gaisuko and the ordinary cane cutter, like my friend Hardawar Haridat at Alnis Village, who cut cane, but because he get a little old now, he can't cut cane. Was a bright guy in school. A good friend of mine, bright guy in school. He cut cane now, but he can't cut cane because then again nothing for cut. And they're not being paid properly. But the guys them at Gaisuko, the executives and the directors, they're the ones who are getting all of the money. The ordinary people they don't receive that money. Says Narayan Singh, who's the acting CEO of Gaisuko, never in his barn life thought that he would have been making so much money. He alone get 2 gardeners. One for work daytime, one for work nighttime. He gets several cooks in his house. One for cook hasa curry, one for cook gilbaka curry, one for cook baigan choka. All these things, that is how they are living. But the ordinary people of that country, the ordinary people of that country have to punish and punish and punish and punish. That is what they're going through. Compliments of this guy who is on the screen, compliments of him. So that is why I'm saying to all of you, do not be brainwashed. Please. It doesn't matter your ethnicity, because there are lots of our Indian brothers and sisters and our indigenous people are punishing as well, but they're afraid to speak out. They're being discriminated against as well. So don't be fooled. The PPP knows that come 2025, they will be out of office. There'll be nobody there to rig the elections for them, because the people are going to go out in their numbers. Not even the Venezuelans that they're trying to force and give passports and bond paper to. In case you guys don't know what bond paper mean, let me see if anybody know what bond paper. That is what they're giving. They're hoping that the Venezuelans will at least bring 2 seats or 3 seats to them. Because if they have 20,000 Venezuelans in the country, registered to vote and so forth and so on, trust me, they are hoping to have about 2 or 3 extra seats, and they want the Venezuelans to do that trick. Do not be fooled, guys. Y'all stand up. Y'all stop the bickering. Let me give the somebody's saying to take this photograph down, and you know, when you guys are on, you got to respect you guys. You guys want it off, we take it off. Right. So 1 seat is about 6,000 or 7,000 votes. So if you get 14 or 20 plus Venezuelans, you know what that is? It's giving them 3 seats. So if they go up to Linden or Region 10 and they steal another seat, they're looking for about 4 or 5 seats. That is why you guys got to wake up. Y'all have to wake up. 2025 is around the corner. Now is the time for us to start looking at a presidential candidate and a prime ministerial candidate. We don't want the last minute somebody sneaking upon us. Somebody who just pops out of nowhere that we don't know and that we can't really trust. We don't see much evidence. We just can't do that. We got to look. Now is the time to look and make a choice right now. Don't wait till mid-year next year or late next year and these sort of things. Just don't do that, guys. Sorry about that little wicked smile. Sorry about that. I recall something and I had to smile. But good evening to all of you, every single one of you. Rai, we see you, Bantu King, and the whole crew. The whole crew is with us this evening. Mr. Glasgow, the whole crew. Malcolm Thomas. We got lots of new people too with us tonight, right? Lots of you guys. Here, what else I want to talk about before we're looking at the time, right? Hey, don't forget, tomorrow morning, starting 11 o'clock, Wayne Caesar and I are going to be here. Wayne is going to be here. So Wayne is getting his beauty rest to be on tomorrow. Congresswoman, U.S. Congresswoman Yvette Clarke is going to be with us from 11:30 tomorrow. 11:30. And John is asking, what about old people? What about old people, and John? What about old people? Rebel Gal is saying debating within the party. They're going to get the debates. At least the PNC, some could say whatever. The PNC is on the right track with the debating and the elected leader and all these things. And mind you, Congress should have been held, but they're saying that they're going to get the Congress soon. But let's move away from the PNCR. They're going to get the Congress soon. Jagdev, they never, and I want the PPP supporters to hear this. Oh, I come close now, man. I hear me out a little bit. Please, I beg you. What, I beg you, right? Hear me out clearly. Somebody talking about SOP just now, but I'm going to deal with them just now. The PPP has not held an elections within their party since 2016. Jagdev sit down there like a dictator. He sit down there like a dictator since 2016. Then I want elections. He think he must be God for the PPP. He want rule like if he a God for the PPP. So that he could rule upon the people, dictate who must be leader, who must be president, and all these things. 2016, Jack Day was the last person to talk about democracy and these sort of things. I'm just reminding the PPP guys, since 2016, Mina, oh yeah, I know you say you're PPP, but look what Jack Day are doing to the country. Look what Jack Day are doing to the people. Look at all these sort of things. Oh, Beatrice, sit down. Let us not use derogatory term to describe our Indian brothers and sisters. Because if somebody do that to Abby go get vexed. So let's not do that, right? Let's not do that. We have a lot of our Indian brothers and sisters who are fed up of the PPP. They're tired of the PPP. They want the PPP to go. And at least we should accord our Indian brothers and sisters some sort of respect. Because after all, we're all in this struggle. So this is not a forum that will disrespect anybody. The trench crapo, they gotta go. They got in the trench. So let's be very mindful of that. Now, let's head back to this guy here. Let's head back to him. I know y'all love to see this outfit. Let's head back to him. This guy is going crazy. I mean, from the dance and thing you could see, because who dances like that? You guys want me to get up and show you how we... This guy dances like a madman. But outside of that, he is going crazy. So crazy that he start pick up a hammer and he lashing dunk. He lashing dunk. A senior member of his own party. A senior member of his own party. He lashing dunk. He disrespecting and all manner of things. And I want you guys to understand this here, right? Please do. If he can do that to someone like a Donald Ramotar, who was a legitimate president, mind you, a legitimate president, albeit a minority president. But they tried a thing in 2011, forget a majority, but they didn't get through. But back to the point. If he could disrespect Donald Ramotar, the former president of Guyana, minority president, from his own party, PPP, you just sit down and imagine what you gonna do with you? What you gonna do with the ordinary people? Hear how he cussed up Donald Ramotar. All because Donald said that the contract should be renewed or renegotiated or something of that form. Donald Ramotar is speaking what majority of Guyanese are speaking. But no, I mean, Donald was singing a different tune when he was president, mind you. Don't get me wrong. But Donald is now seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. I have seen the promised land, and Donald Ramotar is a born again. And so Donald Ramotar is speaking the truth. Something has got to be done with the contract. And I suspect that Exxon, and maybe those who support Exxon, like the Marco Rubio, and all these sort of things, knew that a second David Granger term in office, he would have gone after that contract. And he would have gone after Exxon. And so Exxon got all of their people around the world to gang up against the coalition and kick the coalition out of office. I noticed someone earlier, before we get back to this, someone earlier in the comment section, dig a holler upon me. And oh, there we go. These Anils, oh gosh. Anil Jairam. This is what Anil Jairam is saying. Why don't you go find your SOP? I bet my final $2 in my wallet right now, $2, that Anil Jairam doesn't know what SOP stands for. I bet my last $2 in my pocket right now that Anil Jairam doesn't know what SOP stands for. But Anil Jairam telling me that me must go look for me SOP. Mark, snap out of that for a minute, please. It's 1 minute after 10 o'clock. But now let me respond to Anil Jairam about SOPs. Let me respond to Anil Jairam. And I want to respond to Anil Jairam so that Anil Jairam could look into my eyes and tell me what you see. You want SOPs? And now let me say this. Let me break this dunk for you, Anil. I want to break it dunk. Here's what. This whole SOP thing, it's a fake. It's propaganda on the part of the PPP. Hear why it's propaganda, Anil? Oh man, come up close in your hammock and sit down and listen. Let me explain to you what really happened. The election was a fix. The people wanted the coalition out of office because they were of the view that a second Granger administration would have been tough on Exxon and more on the side of the people. Why do you think if Exxon sneezes right now, who you think is there to wipe up their nose? Jagdir or Irfan? They're right there. If ExxonMobil does what that lady Alice in Jamaica did, the crab lady, bloop. If Exxon bloop right now, Jagdir and Irfan will be right there to wipe them up. Right there to wipe them up with their left hand. Right there. So don't be fooled by Irfan and Jagdir when they rush to you guys and tell you guys about SOPs. SOPs and SOPs. There's no SOPs. The PPP has all of the SOPs. All of the SOPs the PPP got. Let me ask you one question. Why do you suppose, Anil, that those Nimakarams, those Katahars, those Korhi, in the higher echelons of the PPP do not want to open the SOPs? Grab the SOPs, open, since I'm talking about SOPs, open the SOPs and show it to the world. Why do you think they don't want to open them and show them to the world, Anil? This is the best I can do. This is really the best I can do, Anil, because I know probably, it's not easy being in jail and listening to the program at the same time. You got to listen if officer come in and hide your phone. I understand what was probably what you may probably going through at this time, Anil. But why do you suppose they don't want, the PPP doesn't want to show the coalition SOPs? Before the PPP was installed, big set of tassa drum and big drums and all kind of thing. Show your SOPs, show your SOPs. The SOPs fake, the SOP this, the SOP that. The SOP this, the SOP that. And Sham Narayan has a point here too. Sham says, Mark, why the PPP run to all the courts to block the petition? Good question, Sham Narayan. Anil Jairam. Oh man, not shame, Abibai. Oh, not shame. I know when I left Cam Street, I left you there. Oh man, you're reading a little book. But what happened to them book you read, buddy? This is what you're coming on my show to talk about? To ask me about SOPs? Anil no want to show the SOPs. Barajak they no want to show the SOPs. Irfan Ali no want to show the SOPs. Robeson Ben no want to show the SOPs. Mark Phillips no want to show the SOPs. But you come ask me, me? And them Longera now want to show the SOPs and you ask me? And every single time the petition is called, guess what? Guess who jumping to block the petition? They don't want the petition here. They don't want nothing with the petition, because what is going to happen? The PPP will be exposed as the real rigors of the 2020 elections. If they didn't have anything to hide, they would have forced the PNC or the coalition to open up, or the courts to open up all the SOPs so we could see inside. So we could peep and see what they inside, right? Anyways, Anil, good try though. Good try. I hope you get out of there very soon. Being behind bars is not easy, Anil. I understand what you're going through. My prayers are with you. All right. So let's get back to, and now we settle that SOP thing, right? Because even their own supporters know that the SOP thing was just a scam. That is what it was, a scam, a fake. Now, let's head back to Donald Ramotar. I'll head back to Donald Ramotar. Sorry about that for a moment. Sorry about that. But before we head back to Donald Ramotar, if you guys are in Brooklyn, rush down to Linda's tomorrow, buy something, eat something, and call our names right here from 107.1 FM. Tell Linda we sent you guys. Or if you need a barber and you got to cut your hair, you're in Brooklyn, check out Exquisite Hair Salon. Do your hair, plait your hair, cut your hair, wash your hair, whatever it is, braid your hair, go down to Exquisite. All right? And you guys know also, if you have any legal matters, medical malpractice, personal injuries, divorce, landlord-tenant, give Washington Law Firm a call, and they will deal with all of your matters, every single one. Now, let's get back to business here. I want to show you guys this. Let's get back to the photograph of Donald Ramotar. Poor Donald. They said that the installed president, irritated by former President Ramotar's oil contract renegotiation statement. So much so that Irfan is so upset. This is what he said.
But everybody wants the front page now. Some of them had plenty years to change it. But they want the front page now. The easiest thing to get the front page is say, oh, I support changing the contract. For God heaven's sake, I wish if it was a better contract. All of us wish that. We have been given a bad hand. We have to correct it now. We have to ensure that future hands are not as that bad. And we're in a better position. You know, everybody is a specialist now. Whether you're former president, you're whoever engineer, you're owner of Bihari and the Bihari group. Everybody's specialized now. And I don't spend my time on negative energy, but it's tiring to listen to some of these guys. What?
It's actually tiring to listen to him. It's tiring to watch and listen how he speaks. It's just tiring. You know, everybody's knocking out because he is, all they're doing, they're representing Exxon. They're not representing the people of Guyana. They are representing Exxon. But let me touch on Donald Ramotar for a moment. Donald Ramotar is talking and making sense about renegotiating of the contract. He's making sense. And that we're losing billions and billions of dollars. He's making sense. But Ramotar, when he was the minority, he maintains that he had no knowledge of all that there was an oil find ahead of the 2015 poll. as former government advisor urges probe of anomalous awards by PPPC ministers. Okay, fair enough. Look, but you can't tell me, Donald, that you sat there as president and you didn't know that there was an oil find. You didn't know anything at all. But it's the same Donald Ramotar, mind you. Donald is not getting an easy pass here on this one here. While I agree, yes, the contract ought to be renegotiated. Has to be renegotiated. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Has to be renegotiated. So, before Ramotar lost the 2015 elections, guess what he did? He gave away 2 oil blocks worth billions of US dollars, deprived the Guyanese taxpayers of billions of dollars. Billions of dollars. There was no explanation. But this is a guy, Ramotar, who's saying now that the contract should be renegotiated and all these manner of things. But look, I support that. I support a renegotiating of the contract. Don't get me wrong. And I'm glad that the former president is coming out and speaking about these things. But sometimes, you know, when people are in office, they get that opportunity to do what they should be doing. They should be doing the right thing. And I can't see myself sitting as president and give away 2 oil blocks blindly. Just like that, you give away 2 oil blocks. Give it away to friends of the PPP, friends and cronies of the PPP. So while I agree with Mr. Donald Ramotar, the former president, I agree that the contract should be negotiated. Sometimes I wonder that, you know, I don't know. And I'm wondering also whether this thing is planned by the PPP for one of the senior guys in the PPP to attack Exxon, and another one is going to come to defend Exxon. So, you know, you see that it's a political game, you know, and do not just rush to buy into the theatrics. This could very well be a political game. It was just a couple days ago, these 2 guys were together, knocking glasses and all manner of things at the UN. Them take picture, them stand up, star by. One is Amjad Khan, the other one is Vinod or Mitum Chakrabarti, Gunmaster G9, right? They stood right there at the United Nations and they were enjoying themselves, them attack up, them a thing. Who? Hey, look, for some reason, I am not going to run ahead and be so gullible and to leave out the possibility of this being a PPP game, where one attacks, one say that the contract should be negotiated, and the other one said, no. This could very well be a game. In order, sorry about that. Let's go back to look at his body language alone tells me this guy's body language alone tells me that this could very well be a game.
But everybody wants the front page now. Some of them had plenty of years to change it. But they want the front page now. The easiest thing to get the front page is say, oh, I support changing the contract. For God heaven's sake, I wish if it was a better contract. All of us wish that. We have been given a bad hand. We have to correct it now.
You know, we have been given a bad hand. And that bad hand we have been given is the PPP, the installed PPP. That is the only bad hand that we have been given. And that is the only obstacle right now to proper, real development in the country. So that all Guyanese, regardless of your ethnicity, regardless of your religion, regardless of your political views, regardless of whether you swing like Irfan and them boys, you see he has a lot of antics. Regardless of if you swing left or you swing, it doesn't matter. All Guyanese should be benefiting. Every single Guyanese. Not just some, not just the money launderers, not just the gold smugglers and the drug lords and those who are wanted by U.S. law enforcement agencies should be benefiting. Not those who just pop over the fence of the botanical garden, the zoo, and suddenly they're given billion-dollar contracts with no experience, no qualifications, no nothing. Absolutely nothing. It's about time that all Guyanese, regardless of who you are, regardless of whether you support this PPP regime or not, it's time for change, real change. It's time for the PPP to go. Don't let the PPP, what the PPP is doing, they're disrespecting Guyanese, all Guyanese. Whether you're from Lesbiola, Maibikuri, wherever you're from, Little India, Little Africa, the PPP is disrespecting Guyanese by deliberately bringing in 25,000+ Venezuelans and give them passports and give them ID cards so that they can what? They're not going to sit down and sani. They're not going to sit down and eat roti and baigan choka or cocoa and black pudding or dry coconut and sugar. For those of you from the quarantine know the dry coconut and sugar story, right? Y'all know about the dry coconut and sugar story. Guys, tomorrow, don't forget, tomorrow, I've got to go. The operator is signaling me. Tomorrow, right here, 11 o'clock, starting 11 o'clock, Wayne Caesar is going to be on as well. But 11:30, Congresswoman Yvette Clarke is going to be here. Yvette Clarke is going to be here. But before I go, Carl Miller is talking. Forget about Ramesh. Ramesh namatag about $18 million. Of course, the $18 million, it could have been a better deal. It's not the best deal. And we are the first to say it's not the best. But Carl Miller is asking a good question. Lynette Nelson, every minute, 1 hour ago, Lynette Nelson saying, good night, Mark. Good night. Like Lynette tired. Right. Good. So $214 million. And some of these PPP pacus want to talk about 18 million. But look what the PPP doing. Giving away taxpayers' money to Exxon. Giving away the police force to Venezuela. Giving the PPP, the people of Guyana, little small shacks to live in. Oh, man. Oh. But speaking of the $214 million, hear what this Paku had to say.
Fellow Guyanese, I wish to bring full clarity on the issues surrounding EPGL Stabroek Block Cost Recovery Audit for the years 1999 to 2017. From the inception, the government of Guyana position has always been that the Guyana Revenue Authority, GRA, is the sole and final authority to determine the final output in relation to the audit. The Ministry of Natural Resources' role was to oversee the process of conducting the audit as per the PSA, as well as to facilitate the exchange of information and documentation among the relevant parties, including...
There's scampishness there on the banner face. Sorry that I have to put it like that. There's scampishness there on the banner face, and because of that, he deserves the award. Their dotishness he talking. $214 million reduced to $3 million. We're talking about US dollars, you know. US dollars, I'm talking about. He deserves it. This guy, and the way he starts off, you could tell me a crookishness there on his face. Fellow Guyanese. You're lucky. And I like Zuma and the scuss up. You got to get the award. Man, make them out like foul. fellow Guyanese. Listen to this guy. Listen to him, really.
Fellow Guyanese, I wish to bring
Fellow Guyanese.
Fellow Guyanese, I wish to bring full clarity
About all the damn money. $214 million they can't find. Where the money there? But fellow Guyanese. Fellow Guyanese. It's a set of vagabonds them. Anyways, look, again, I've got to go. Don't forget tomorrow morning. We're starting from 11 o'clock, but the Congresswoman, Yvette Clarke, will join us around 11:30 tomorrow morning, guys, right here on 107.1 FM. I got to go. Fellow Guyanese. See you guys tomorrow, right? 11 o'clock in the morning. You'll be there 11 o'clock. And hopefully by then, Muhammad Irfan Ali will say something about what's happening there in the Middle East, what's going on there. He's afraid to speak. He's afraid to speak. All right, we've got to go. And don't forget, guys, if you got any immigration matters, feel free, give us a call. The number is right there. We do almost everything for you. That said, I'm out of here. See you tomorrow morning, 11 o'clock. Wayne Caesar is going to be here. God bless you. And thank you all for tuning in, man. I really do appreciate it. All of you. So long.
Small days is still on their mind. Small days is a good time. Neighbor has some little children. I when they sing it and the dancers really admire them. Small days is still on their mind. Small days is a good time. Neighbor has some little children. I when they sing it and the dancers really admire them. Yes, they're singing. Ching, ching, ching. In a bar. Seafood mama. With 10 fat chickens. And I she for one. And she won't give me one. You see that girl named Dorothy. She fat like a butter. And she mama like a chow. Oh, small days is still on my mind. Small days is a good time. Never had some little children. I'm gonna sing it and that's really admire them. What they're singing? On your carpet, you must be like the roses. All you need, bright and shining. You must be, and show me the one. Love the best. When I marry, I give you the ring. First the girls, second the boys. Sunday, Monday, afternoon. We will spend our honeymoon. Oh, small days is still on my mind. Small days.
This is attorney Shellen Washington, owner and founder of the Washington Law Firm, located at 455 Utica Avenue in Brooklyn, New York. We're specialized in medical malpractice, personal injuries, matrimonial law, and landlord and tenant. If you're in need of legal representation, please give us a call today. The number to call is 718-877-3100. Consultation is free at no cost to you. So call us today to see if we can be of any assistance to your legal needs. Again, the phone number to call us is 718-877-3100.